This is Rebecca, the Steampunk Planner. I am in my new area for recording. Back to the white background here. And depending on what I'm going to be recording, I may jump from here to my dark table in the other office. But right now, what I want to discuss with you is what I've been doing research-wise to prepare for the company and what is up and coming too. So in my Tafasi, I showed you all of the wonderful pages that I created in here for the different areas that I was doing for my business. And that business is Reeves Doodles. So I've been doing a whole bunch of research, and every single one of these are just about full. I have a few of the larger pages where Steve and I need to come together to discuss results. I have other pages that I still need to finish making notes on. And yep, I have room. So for right now, that's all set. But amidst all of this research, I do need to go ahead and start working, which also means starting to draw. I will be taking you with me drawing and all of the background that goes with that. But right now, let's go ahead and take a look at my work planner so that I can show you the schedule that I've put together. I decided to move to my dining room table from my desk just to have more room. As I gathered everything together to do this setup, I found that I really did need more spreading out room. What I have done is I have put together a bunch of lists from in here to where I have created a baseline of the research that I'm putting in here, just so that it's in my work planner. And then I'm going to create a timeline because I have 5 weeks to be able to have everything ready for going to the DC Pen Show. I also sat down with Steve and really went in and broke down what I need to be doing every week and getting through, also making sure that if I'm not able to get all of it done, I have room in the plan. First thing is, because the thread binding is showing, I want to make sure that I don't have any issues with the papers in my book shifting or anything. So I have used this washi. It's the only wide vertical washi that I own. It came from a set from Amazon, and I'm applying this in here just to keep it stable. It's going to be the only decoration in this layout other than using the De Atramentis Archive Black in my Honeycomb by Esterbrook. So each of these boxes that I am outlining right now, I used the Coffee Monster ruler and applied that to the sizes of my squares, since I have cut the pages for this area down so that I can easily find them. While I'm doing this, I want to just give you a little behind the scenes on the pages within, or I should say actually the grid within the B5 Sterling Ink Common Planner. Catherine specifically put in dots where the center line is, and then even spacing on either side so that you could actually have quarterly lines so that you can line things up. And then there is 2 dots on the horizontal aspect so that, again, you can line up very easily. The vertical dot lines are 11 grid squares apart. The dots horizontally are divided into 21 grid squares, if that helps you in any way. So at the top, I want to use that area for the company to do my branding, my mascot, do my setup, do tagline. I want to keep track of each of those. They're in depth, of course, in my Tafasi, but those I really want to kind of move into here. And then the next 3 are going to be for the equipment, whether I do it in-house, outsource, and anything else that I can think of for that, like separating paper out of it, because in itself, it's its own thing, own entity, especially if I'm doing it in-house. At the bottom will be the products that I'm going to be creating now. Next, I'm going to put in for voting and testing. What I mean here is that I will be creating quite a few thumbnails for it, and then Steve and I will break that down, and then the grouping that we choose will be sent out to get votes. From there, we will pick one of each set of stickers and move forward on it. Testing is going to be me logging each of the tests that I run here when it comes to printing it, how it looks, what changes, red lines I need to do, and then printing it out on sticker paper that I have here. And then again, red lines, changes I need to do. And that will go with each of the design sheets that we are going to be creating. Here is the timeline and task management setup that I have. Every week, the tasks will be listed on my whiteboard so that I can be crossing them off. And then at the end of the week, I can reevaluate and see what I need to bring in to the second week. So I have in my task board 3 rows, which I just used the markers that were already there that Catherine laid in to create 3 columns. And then I chose 5 square grids to separate each box, to separate each of the tasks. Each row will be created or is going to be used for each of the sticker sheet characters. And then the timeline. I have broken it down using my paperwork, talking with Steve, and figuring it out how I want to break this down. I will state this is the first time that I have ever broken my projects down to this extent, mainly because I've never had this many moving parts, I guess you could say. So this is going to be a completely different setup. Being the fact that my husband creates schedules for work all day long, that's what I'm doing. So we have broken it down into 13 different task setups for the week. So I have 13 sections that I have created lines for, and I have the horizontal groupings for week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Week 6 is going to be my deadline. At this time, I am going to end the video. We are going to be getting really deep into me filling everything out and showing you how I've set everything up. I don't want to take too much time and explain it all in one video and not get into the details. So I'll see you in the next one.